On May 13, Tesla shelved plans to enter the Indian market after the failure of a year-long negotiation with the Indian government to reduce import tariffs. 4 years after its last attempt, Tesla's push into the Indian market has again failed. Tesla has been trying to enter in the Indian market with lower tariffs by importing electric cars from its Shanghai, China, gigafactory, but has repeatedly failed. The biggest difference between them is that Tesla only wants to sell cars made in China to India, and it wants the Indian government to cut the existing tariffs of 60% on electric vehicles under $40,000 and 100% on electric vehicles over $40,000 to less than 40%. While the attitude of the Indian government is that it is impossible to reduce tariffs, and if you want to sell cars in India, build a factory in India at first. So why doesn't Tesla directly build factories in India, but ship to India from places like China? Why is Tesla interested in India? Is the Indian car market really that good? Hi, everyone. Welcome to Auto Age. Before we started today's video, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Okay, let's get started. As early as 2017, Musk tweeted that Tesla wanted to enter the Indian car market, but received no response from India. In 2019, Tesla chose to build its first gigafactory outside the United States in Shanghai. Less than 2 years after its completion, the Shanghai plant has produced 480,000 vehicles, half of Tesla's total output. After the success in the Chinese market, Musk once again tried to enter the Indian market. In 2021, Tesla began lobbying the Indian government to reduce tariffs on imported electric vehicles. In October, Tesla officially made the request to the office of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. However, after months of lengthy negotiations, the Indian government rejected the offer. Why does Tesla want to enter the Indian market? The main reason for Tesla to enter the Indian market is to see the potential of the Indian market. As early as 2017, the Indian government proposed the idea of achieving full electrification by 2030. In 2021, the Indian government has also earmarked $3.5 billion to support the production of new energy vehicles. Meanwhile, India, with a population of nearly 1.4 billion, is a potential supermarket. Moreover, the Indian market has an additional attraction for Tesla, that is, the penetration rate of new energy vehicles in India is the lowest among the top 5 auto markets in the world. In 2021, the sales of new energy vehicles in the whole of India was only 14,700, and the market penetration rate is only 0.48%, which is completely a desert of new energy vehicles. Such a low penetration rate will bring a lot of difficulties to the promotion of new energy vehicles, but on the other hand, it also means that this is a blue ocean with almost no competitors, with infinite potential. As early as 2011, Ford announced an investment of nearly $1 billion in India to build a second factory and expand the original one. In addition, GM also has 2 car manufacturing plants in India. This is also one of the reasons why the Indian government wants Tesla to build a factory in India. The same US auto giants, Ford and GM, can build factories in India, why not Tesla? So why isn't Tesla building a factory in India? Why does Musk prefer to import from China across the ocean instead of building a factory in India? The reason is also simple, because there is a previous experience of other auto giants building plants in India. On September 9, 2021, Ford announced that it would stop producing cars in India and close its 2 plants in India because it has lost $2 billion in India in the last decade alone. Before Ford, GM stopped car sales in India in 2017. On January 17, 2020, GM sold its last Indian factory to Great Wall Motors at a low price of about $270 million, completely withdrawing from the Indian market. Even Toyota, the world's sales champion, has also failed in India. In 2019, Toyota temporarily closed its Bangalore plant in southern India because of too much inventory and too low sales. These international auto giants, once ambitiously entered India, fully thought that India would be the next China, but their dreams have turned into nightmares without exception. As of 2019, the four global auto giants, GM, Ford, Volkswagen, and Toyota, have a combined market share of only 12.5% in India. The mainstream market is dominated by low-end models represented by Suzuki, Hyundai, and Tata. In addition, in 2018, when China's car sales reached a historical peak of 28.08 million, India's car sales were only 4.4 million, less than a fraction of the Chinese market. Since then, affected by the epidemic, India's auto market has deteriorated even more. In 2019 and 2020, Indian auto sales fell by 13% and 17% respectively. There are many reasons behind the dismal Indian auto market. The first is to buy a car in India, which requires high taxes. According to statistics, buying a motor vehicle in India, whether it is a car, a motorcycle, or a tricycle, the tax rate for motor vehicles alone is as high as 28%. In addition to this, the Indian government will impose an additional surcharge based on the displacement of the engine, the length and size of the car. The second is that India's auto consumption relies heavily on informal and unsafe shadow banks and underground banks. In September 2018, India's largest shadow bank, IL&FS, closed its doors due to insolvency due to default. This incident shook the entire financial market in India, and the subsequent financial turmoil directly led to a 13% drop in Indian auto sales in 2019 before the epidemic. Finally, India's poor infrastructure and road traffic conditions have seriously affected the purchase and use of cars. In 2021, India's highway mileage will only be 1,348 kilometers. As a comparison, China's highway mileage is more than 142,500 kilometers, 100 times that of India. In addition to highways, the condition of ordinary roads in India is also terrible. India's national highways account for more than 40% of the road traffic demand with 2% of the total length of India's roads. This means that there are big traffic jams on national highways every day. The good news is that there is no need to worry about speeding. The bad news is that the average speed is only 30 to 40 kilometers per hour. The low level of infrastructure is closely related to the nature of India's land. Land in India is privately owned, and land acquisition during infrastructure construction in India has always been a persistent problem. For example, in 2015, Japan snatched the Indian high-speed rail project from China with a 50-year, ultra-low-interest loan of 10,000 billion yen at a low interest rate of 0.1%. Now, 6 years later, the high-speed rail project has not even completed land acquisition. All in all, heavy taxation, abnormal consumption financing channels, and low level of road infrastructure, coupled with the slowdown in India's economic development in recent years, have led to a downturn in the Indian auto market. Therefore, Musk sees very clearly that the Indian market may indeed have great potential in the future. But at the moment, investing billions of dollars to build factories in India to enter the market is not a wise choice. Interestingly, after rejecting the request of the Indian government to invest in building a factory, Tesla immediately prepared to build a second-phase factory in Shanghai. Okay, that's all for today. Please put your comments below, and share your insightful ideas with other people. Do you want to learn about more auto stories? Please keep following our channel and like our videos. Thank you so much for your continuous support. Your precious time with us is highly appreciated. See you.